Okay, so this guide is gonna be about macros and rotation. The first thing is gonna be of course the macros. There's a lot of macros you can make, but I'm gonna show you the special ones I have. The first is gonna be the charge macro, so you can charge your allies. Every macro shown in this video is gonna be down in the description, so you can just copy paste it on your own. The first thing, of course, is gonna be charge to your allies. So I'm using this type of macro. It's a cast, target, and you insert your name here. Let's put my healer here. It's gonna also be a video on this other side there, like with this, so you can see the preview of the macro itself. So let's say I put my actually we can take the other one. Let's put my his hunter here, example. Okay, so when I'm typed in this macro, we just slide it down here. What they're gonna do is that it's only gonna charge him with that button. I like to spread out my buttons, so I have like more option to click which one. I don't like to use partner 1, partner 2 and everything like that. So I just stick with this old-fashioned way. So if I click, let's say, that specific button with his name on, or that person you put the name on, it's gonna automatically charge a person, not even target him, anything, just charge him. I like to do that because it's easier for me to handle the, where to go at the same time. But if you want to be like really advanced, like I do, you can make a macro for the hunter's pet. If you play with a hunter, that is, you can make it for the pet also. I made a macro for his pet, so I will charge him also. You can also see in the video there that it will charge his pet, because people, when they play against BM or survival, they most of them try to cleave down the pet or focus the pet, most of them. But at least against BM players, they're gonna kill the pet really fast. So I use this charge macro to charge the pet, just to eat the damage of the pet. You don't have to do it, but if you just want to be a bit more advanced in your charging mechanics. Other thing is, of course, you have Bodyguard. Let's use example like that. It works the same way as the charge. You just click the button, you just take the Bodyguard macro and put it somewhere and just click on it. It's gonna bodyguard your friend that is named right here. I'm just gonna, as I said in description, everything is. As I said, if you want to be more advanced, also with Bodyguard, you can also fix for the pet. For some reason, the macro didn't work. The pvptalent didn't work. So Maxo gave me another macro, and it actually worked with the pet. So this will work, that it will actually go with the pet. Like you can just bodyguard the pet also. As I said, it's gonna be a video also on the side there now. It bodyguards your pet. It protects them. Protect the pet, of course. But you gotta think also. You gotta be like because you bodyguard your let's say the pet, your hunter or your healer gonna be real defenseless against melee. Because bodyguard has a cooldown, of course, like 15 seconds I think it was. So yeah, that's at least the bodyguard and charge macros with allies. The other one I have is charge and normal charge and focus charge. So what this macro is all about is that if I click the button normal, it's gonna charge the target. Let's say if I have a guy on the focus and I click the alt button, it's gonna charge this other one instead. You can still have the focus, it's not gonna matter. Is that if you click the normal button with the charge, it's gonna charge the target you have in front of you. If you hold in the alt button and click the charge button you have, it's gonna charge the focus target instead. That's a really cool one I like. Also those I have macroed everything, like I'm a real old school, so I put a start attack on everything because I still think that every time you get polymorphed, you lose your auto attack target on the thing. It's probably not that anymore, but I'm just used to that, so I'm just having it on everything. The other thing is fair, of course, same thing. If I click the normal fair button, it's gonna fair my target. If I hold in the alt button, it's gonna like fair the target over there. Good. That's a really neat macro. And then we have heroic throw, but it's not really needed. I have another macro. It's called the focus target mouseover. So how this works is that I just take my mouse over the other dummy over here. You probably can't see my mouse, but you can probably see the little shiny thingy. If I click the button where my focus is, it's gonna put there. It's gonna be like that. So you just have to use your mouse over it. So that's how mouseover works. You just put your cursor over the target, you click the button, and it's gonna put them in focus. That's a really neat macro. Other thing is hero clip cursor. How this works is that you put your cursor somewhere on the floor or wherever you want to hero clip. The cursor over there. You click the button. It's going to hero clip instantly and not put that green circle bar that annoys really me. Like, I really got annoyed by that in Legion because it was so really bad. It take like those seconds can change you know, a fight, like how, you know, change everything in the fight. Like you can probably maybe win against that, or you might not kill him, but you know, stuff like that. Other thing is I have is Fuchs Pummel. It works the same way as my charge and my fear. If I click on the pummel button, it's gonna pummel the target in front of me. If I hold in the alt button and click the pummel button, it's gonna take the focus one instead. That's a good one also. I like that one. It helps me a lot with the pummeling. Other one is Stormbolt. It works the same way. Click the button, Stormbolt's the target in front of me. I hold in the alt button, it Stormbolt the other one instead, you know, focus target. So that was pretty much all the macros I have. Yeah, so let's talk about priority of the spells. So let's say if you're not gonna burst, use Shield Slam first, because it's gonna be the most given rage at the moment, and it does most damage right now of any of your spell. Use Shield Slam, then Thunderclap, then Devastate. You can put in Revenge if you want, but I only use Revenge if I have over 70 rage, or if I'm gonna cleave down someone. Because you gotta have to be careful with the rage you have, like, you know, you gotta spend the rest of your rage on Ignore Pain to reduce your cooldown, to get up your burst more often. And, you know, of course, you get also Morale Killer because of that, because you spend all the rage. Revenge does the same thing, but I like Ignore Pain more, because it gives me more defensive, like I get more Absorb, I can, you know, survive more often. So, let's say if you're gonna burst, it's gonna be the opposite then. You have Unstoppable Force, so Thunderclap is gonna be your main damage from there. It's gonna be Thunderclap, then Shield Slam, then Thunderclap, then Shield Slam. You just keep going like that. Let's say if your Shield Slam is not proccing for some reason, you go Thunderclap, then you pick, you know, Revenge or Devastate. It really depends on you if you want to do which one you want. But you're probably gonna go into Revenge because you want to spend a lot of rage in that moment when you can burst a lot of times. Revenge does a little bit more damage than you know, Devastate. If it crits, it's gonna do way more, like half of it most likely. I like to use Revenge, of course, when I'm bursting most of the time. Devastate is good in this thing, but the time you use Devastate, most of the time, it's gonna be like, let's say, your healer, let's take a Shaman, because that's the easiest one of them all. Let's say a Shaman is using Hex or someone, and that person will always try to get close to you, because they know you're gonna cleave, so they can get out of the Hex. You don't use at all Revenge or Thunderclap at all then, if he does get close to you. You have to use Shield Slam and Devastate all the time. Because, you know, you gotta take the advantage of that. If you Thunderclap, you gotta get him out of there. If you use Revenge, you gotta get him out of there. Kinda gluing up the CC your Shaman gave you. So, Devastate and Shield Slam when target is way too close. No. If he's like hexed or trapped, example, if you play trees, trapped or anything like that, you can try to position yourself a bit further away. But that depends, of course, on your enemy also, what he's doing. But there's another thing I forgot to tell. You probably know this, but I'm just gonna say it still. In the last patch, I didn't say that Shield Block also counters now. It blocks actually range attacks, so we are a big problem for the hunters now because of that. So if a hunter shoot me and I use Shield Block, it pretty much blocks the damage, just like how it blocks melee. So that's a huge counter. That's a really good change. Anyway, that's gonna be the video for this guide. So yeah, thanks for watching and have a nice day.